Crowdwave, market research at the pace of business. Crowdwave is an AI-powered audience simulator that improves and accelerates research to help you make decisions confidently. Our engineers are constantly updating Crowdwave's features, so your experience may be slightly different from this example. Let's go over how to use Crowdwave and best practices to get the most accurate results. You'll start by clicking Add New Survey. Then, add a name for your survey. So under survey name, we're going to type out soda flavors. That's going to be the name of our survey. Underneath that is who is your audience. This is where you add your audience. The audience is the overall population you want to survey. It can be specific or general. All respondents for your survey will meet the requirement stated for this audience. So today, we'll make our audience Americans who drink soda and click Next. Segments are groups within your audience. These can represent any type of group, could be demographics, psychographics, behavioral, or any unique preferences. It's good to be as detailed as possible. That way you'll get the most accurate results. For right now, let's just do a simple example with basic demographic information. And we'll say adults aged 18 to 35. Segment size refers to the number of simulated respondents in a survey with a maximum of 1,000 per segment. We recommend starting with smaller segment sizes and iterating before scaling up. While you may vary segment sizes, most clients use a uniform size across all segments. Let's create a segment size of 50 respondents. Click Add Segment. And we'll add a second segment, adults aged 36 plus. Segment size of 50. Click on Add Segment to add that one. We now have two segments with segment size of 50 respondents each. So that means 100 total respondents for the entire survey. And click Next. Now you'll be adding your questions. Crowdwave works better with some topics versus others. It's better to stay away from recent events and topics that have happened in the last year. We recommend you break up questions into separate, independent questions rather than ask multiple questions in one question field. If your question includes a response that you expect to be numeric, such as number of years, it's important to include in the question that increment so that you know the responses will come back in a consistent measurement. There are 5 types of questions. The first type of question is short response. So we'll ask a short response question. How often do you drink soda? Click Add Question. Note how questions are added to the table below, just like you saw with segments. The second type of question is long response. Since the response is longer, you might want to add more detail to this type of question than you do to short response. So let's add a long response question of what is your favorite type of meal to drink a soda with? Click Add Question. The third type is single choice. That means we're giving the respondent multiple options to choose from, but they can only choose one. So we're going to ask, what type of soda is your favorite? And the options need to be entered in a comma-separated format. And so we're going to put in cola, comma, lemon lime, comma, cherry, comma, orange, comma, other. When you ask multiple choice or single choice questions, it's important to always include an other value. This helps capture responses not covered by listed choices, ensuring more accurate data. Add this one. Multiple choice is very similar to single choice, except the respondents can choose multiple values from the values that you provide them. There is currently a limit of 7 options that you can provide for a single choice or a multiple choice question. But in multiple choice questions, the respondents can pick as many options as they want from the list. So they may pick all 7, they may just pick one. For this one, we're going to ask a question, what brands of soda do you buy the most? Coke, comma, Pepsi, comma, Sprite, comma, mug, comma, other. We'll add these by clicking Add Question. The last type of question is numeric rating. We're going to ask a question here, how important is the price of soda when considering a purchase? You can write this question to specify the rating system if you'd like. So I'll say from 1 unimportant to 5 very important, and we'll add that here. Once your questions are listed, you can reorder them, and that does affect the order in which they are asked. It's important to keep in mind that Crowdwave does retain a context of previously asked questions. If you'd like to edit them, you can. If you'd like to edit the options, you can. Currently, you cannot change the question type when editing it, but if you delete it and add a new question, you can shuffle it into the right order and get it back in the list in the right place. You can manually enter your questions as I've shown you, or you can choose to bulk upload your questions if you already have them ready to go. Here's how. Click the Bulk Upload Questions button. You have the option to upload your own Excel file that you have prepared, but there is a required format, so you want to make sure it's in this format before you do, or else the survey will not load questions properly, and you'll have to either enter them manually or reformat your spreadsheet. An easy option is to use our pre-built Excel template. Click this link. It already has the columns formatted for you in a sheet, and you can just paste your questions in there. Each question has a question text, that is the question being asked, and question type matches with the values in the drop-down here. If they are a single choice or a multiple choice question, they require options, and they must be passed in a comma-separated plain text list as we used before. Sort order is the order that the questions will be asked. So 1 will be the first question asked, 2 the next, etc. Once you've input all your questions and information into your Excel file, you can upload the file to Crowdwave. This link here, click to upload Excel. Clicking this link opens up a file picker. You select the file of your questions from your computer, and as soon as you click open, it'll automatically import it into Crowdwave. Once your questions are uploaded from Excel to Crowdwave, review them and feel free to make edits. If you decide not to use the upload feature, you can always click the X to collapse it and go back to manual entry. After you've completed all of your questions, click Next. The next step is review. If there's anything you'd like to change, you can click the edit link in the upper right of each section, go back, make changes. It takes you right back to that section. The review looks good. Now we're ready to proceed, and clicking confirm will run the survey. And now we're looking at the survey history page. And this is the survey we are running right now. It'll take just a few minutes for the survey to run. Larger, more complex surveys will take longer. Click refresh with new results. And as soon as it is complete, Crowdwave will let you know that the survey is complete. After it's completed, on the survey history page, we can click on this survey to view results. This will open the Survey Insights page. Survey Insights includes an executive synthesis of the entire survey and its results. There's an introduction that summarizes key insights and trends across segments, and a conclusion with key takeaways. The second part of the Survey Insights is the survey results itself. This is the raw data generated by the simulated respondents who took the survey. There is a link to download your results in an Excel file format, but you can also review them on screen here. Each segment is shown separately with all the results below it, and you can expand to see more results. And then any single choice, multiple choice, or numeric rating question will have a chart instead of a plain text summary. And these charts will display the results in a pretty intuitive format. One really cool feature is you can rerun the survey by making a duplicate. To do so, click on Survey History, find your survey, and click on the duplicate icon. Now you're editing a survey that has all the information already filled in. You have the option at every step to stop and edit, shuffle things around, change your segments, change your questions, and then rerun your survey. And you can run multiple surveys concurrently, and it will not slow down your process. If you have any questions, please contact us at support@crowdwave.ai, and we'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching, and thanks for using Crowdwave. Crowdwave, market research at the pace of business.